Somebody inside.
This is still creepy.
This is Max, though. He's my mannequin. You can scoot closer. I don't bite. I don't stink either. He just shows you what it looks like when you wear a bee suit. So, and I have my own bees. I'm not the beekeeper for the honey farm, but I do have my own bees. And it's really cool. You guys ever get the niche or you ever want to have honeybees? It's a really neat hobby, and it's good for the environment too, because honeybees, actually 1 out of every 4 bites of food that you guys eat every day is touched in some way by a honeybee. So if they were to ever cease to exist, that would really impact our food supply and what we're able to get from the grocery store. So if you guys can see, this picture right here shows you all, and you can scoot a little closer, shows you the 3 different kinds of honeybees. The first one, the big one right here, is the queen. There's only 1 queen bee in a hive because you can't have 2 queen bees in the same house. They don't get along.
Won't they like kill each other?
They can, yeah. They actually have a stinger, and since she never leaves this unless there's a swarm. But if another queen hatches out and she's there, that's when you'll get a swarm. Because if there's 2 queens, one of them leaves and takes like half the bees with her, and they start their own colony. But if she doesn't want to leave, then they fight to the death. And that's, they'll use their stinger, and it's smooth, so they can keep re-stinging until one of them dies. So yeah. A lot of things that they do inside of there they seem odd to us, or weird or different. That's one of them. So anyway, she can live to be up to 5 years old, and she lays almost 2,000 eggs a day. That's kind of a big deal. I know. Can you imagine doing that for 5 years? Like, man, can I do something else?
So she's in there?
No, this is just an example. But yeah, she would normally be in this bottom part of the box. That's called the brood chamber. And brood means baby bee. So it's like the young where the bees are developing. So she doesn't ever leave this. She doesn't go up into the honey area. She doesn't leave and go get honey. She doesn't do anything to lay eggs, and she stays right down here in the brood chamber. So the next bee over is the drone. And there's between 1 and 500 drones in every hive. They are the male bee. And their responsibility is to mate with the queen. She will take a marriage flight after she is hatched out, and she'll mate with multiple drones and then come back to the hive, and she will be fertile for the rest of her life. So from the 3 to 5 years that she's in existence, she will not mate again. So their responsibility is to be the queen and make sure that the eggs are fertile so they can hatch out bees, and we can still eat honey. Oh, they don't have a stinger either. So you can play with them, and they're not going to bother you. It'll be fine when you play. I know.
Yeah.
If you ever want to. It's not that weird. The smallest one is the worker bee, and they don't live very long at all. Huh? Yeah, they do have a stinger. They have like a vicious, jagged stinger. It's their secret weapon. Oh, I didn't tell you also those fun facts about why bees are way different than us. The drones actually get kicked out of the hive at the end of summer. Just the way they do things, they don't help bring in the food, and they don't clean house, and they don't do anything. So they are there strictly for the mating purpose. And so at the end of the summertime, all the worker bees will take the drones out of the hive, and they will be left to starve and die. So for the season. The worker bee, she only lives about a month and a half, but she is the busiest bee. She has multiple jobs. You'll have to forgive me. I never have allergies, but for some reason today I've got a scratchy throat. You have a question?
What about wasps?
They don't make honey. I mean, I think that they still drink the nectar from the flowers. I'm not very educated on wasps, but they don't interfere with the honeybee process. They hurt if you get stung. You have a question?
So what happens when a queen dies?
When a queen dies, the worker bees will pick out a cell, and they will create the cells, the holes in the honeycomb. All the drones and the worker bees, they're horizontal. They develop